Hey guys, Will here. So something a little bit different for you guys today. A couple of months ago now, you'll remember we reviewed the Pimax Crystal headset, and it was a bit of a strange experience overall. I used it for about a month and a half, and in that time, I struggled quite a lot to just get a reliable user experience out of it. Right from the moment that I unboxed it, plugged it in, had problems getting the PCs that I tested it with, and I tested it with multiple PCs to even recognize it. There are all sorts of issues that we had with the user experience overall, and you can go back and watch that video. I'd recommend you watch that to give you the full context of what we're doing today. So yeah, basically, great headset, amazing visual quality, fidelity, all those things that you want out of a VR experience, but the user experience in trying to achieve that was such that I just couldn't recommend it to you guys. In the time since then, Pimax have been very, very hard on my case, trying to convince me to retest it. I was planning on retesting it anyway. They've sent me a whole bunch of different beta software packages that I've tested. I've had problems with those. I've had all kinds of issues. There's been a number of other reviews that have come out since we did that initial video too. Dan Suzuki did a video. He didn't have any problems at all with his. He had a really great experience. Carl Gosling did a video and he had very similar problems to what I had. So what I thought we would do today is revisit this with a brand new fresh PC, never had any VR software installed on it before, never had any Pimax software installed on it before. We also have a brand new fresh in the box, as you can see, Pimax Crystal with the copper cable as opposed to the optical cable, which apparently is potentially a little bit more reliable. So we're basically going to start over today. We're going to run through the entire process, keep it completely raw for you guys. I'm just going to run through the quick start guide as if I was a customer, take you through exactly what I'm doing, and we're going to just see what happens today. So there's not going to be any, fancy editing or anything like that. I'm purely just going to take you through the experience exactly as I experience it. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go. Okay, so let's step our way through this quick start guide now. So first page here, minimum requirements. We have a 3090 we're going to be running today and a 13900K with 32 gig of DDR5 RAM. So we shouldn't have any issues at all. We do have a DisplayPort 1.4 or greater as well. So no issues at all with that. USB 3 is fine too. No stress. Let's move on. What do we got here? That's just a spec sheet, so we don't need to worry about that. What's in the box? We have all those things in the box. I did just quickly do a check and make sure we weren't missing anything. Next page. Before connecting to the PC, please ensure that both the headset and the controllers have been fully charged. We'll go and do that now before we move on to plugging things in. Please make sure that you have connected the DP DisplayPort cable to the dedicated DP port on your desktop computer's graphics card. Okay, we can do that. And when you connect the DP cable to the headset, you should hear a clicking sound to confirm that it has been properly connected. Okay, let's do that now. All right, DisplayPort cable. I mean, this all looks like it's been freshly packaged. This doesn't look like it's ever been fiddled with by anybody else. So that's all good. We know that we've got a genuine retail non-sample here, which is what I was a little bit concerned about. The other headset wasn't packaged the same way as this is. It appeared to be a retail unit, but yeah, this definitely is retail. So that's good to just sort of eliminate that as a potential for things not quite being as they should be. So let me get all these, you guys don't need to see this. I'm just going to remove all the packaging and then we'll come back once we've got this all removed. All right, so this is the headset side. We're going to plug it into the receptacle here. This is one of the things that I complained about, was that this just felt a little bit, I'm plugging it in backwards there. Let's plug it in the right way around. It does actually have a little marking there so you can see that you're plugging it in the right way around. So we'll pop that in, and it said, how did it word it? It said that you should hear a click when it's plugged in correctly. So let's try and fit it in there. It's still not the best quality connection. Come on, what are we doing wrong here? There we go, okay. So that appears, it wasn't a particularly positive click, but it clicked, and it definitely isn't gonna go any further, so yeah, I'm confident that that's in correctly. So that's the headset plugged in. Just quickly backtracking here, one thing that I did notice is that they do now include a power and connection hub, which wasn't included in the box with the original headset that we tested a number of months ago. So that is an immediate difference here. So this, if we follow through the instructions, it says to connect both the pigtails from the headset to the hub. Then we've obviously got the connection from the hub through to our PC, and then a power adapter here too. So this is obviously injecting power so that you're not relying purely on the power supply on your motherboard, which should hopefully alleviate some of the problems. We have seen a lot of issues with USB devices, particularly some wheels over the years, not getting enough juice from the motherboard. So hopefully this will make a positive difference. Good to see that they are including that in the box now. So next step is going to be to make sure the batteries are charged. We've just connected those up, so we're going to fully charge those. I'm going to get all this other stuff connected to the PC while that is happening, and then we can fire everything up in the next step. In fact, it actually says before connecting to the PC. So we'll install the fully charged battery and then we'll connect it to the PC. Now, one other thing I did notice, you may remember in the initial videos, we were talking about how the battery was very difficult to get in and out of the enclosure. So let's just try that too. So do still have to squeeze it quite tight. Kind of work it from side to side. Okay, that was definitely easier than it was in the one we had before. So pop it back in again, squeeze the tabs. I mean, look, the material quality is still not fantastic. It is just still cheap plastic, but it definitely, I don't need to get out a plastic prying tool like I did with the last one to install that. So I thought I better just point that out for you guys as well. So while that battery is charging, we've headed over to the download page on the Pimax website and found Pimax Crystal. Pimax Play version 1.16.0 is the latest version. And again, I want to use what you guys would be using if you were to buy one of these rather than software that they've sent me. As I said, I've tested the software that they've sent me over the last couple of months with the previous headset and still had similar issues. But we're just going to do this exactly as a customer would do it. So download. And that is now downloading that file. And it has blocked it because it thinks it's dangerous. That is a pretty standard experience though, so we can't be hard on them for that. We'll click on keep and that will go ahead and download. So just quickly run through the installation process for the software. Create a desktop shortcut is fine. If I can move my mouse, there we go. Install, continue with installation will end after the following procedures. What? Info, continue, yes, end the program and continue the installation, no, end the installation. What? Well, it's like it's conflicting with something, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's the screen capture software, I don't know. No? Okay, we'll just let it run through, but a bit of a strange error there. This is why we're keeping this one raw, so you guys can see all these little nuances. All right, it's not prompting me to reboot or anything, so let's just launch the Pimax software. There we go. All right, we'll get logged in and we should be ready to go as soon as that battery is charged. Okay, so software is now up and running, showing as disconnected because the headset isn't plugged in currently. I've flicked the little switch up here across to PC mode from all-in-one mode, so we shouldn't have any issues connecting to the PC. I'm now going to reach down and plug the USB connection into one of my USB 3 ports on the motherboard. There we go. We should hear a little Windows chime. It might have already happened. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's showing connecting. Good start. Let's see how we go here. I haven't pushed any power buttons or anything like that just yet. But it's showing as connecting. Connecting, okay. Pimax Crystal. Well, it worked. Haven't tried the hand controllers just yet. I'm going to save that for now because I want to get this up and running and just sort of run through everything. So let me just have a quick look through here. I've got the standard Pimax landscape showing up through the headset. You guys obviously can't see that just yet. I want to do this as raw as I can. I don't want to be running any capture software that might interfere with this process just yet. So I'm going to go into device settings here and general, I think it is from memory, and just see if there's an up. Yeah, I can see there's a little red button there, little red marker that's showing me, yeah, okay, HMD update. So we want to make sure that we're running latest versions of software and everything. So, okay, so that's popped up. Current version 1.3. So there is a new firmware version update available, which adds eye tracking enhancement, new lighthouse mode, and so forth. So we definitely want to do this first. So let's run through this process live as well and see what happens. So before the OTA update, please make sure your device is connected to a Type-C cable. Where does that connect? That connects in the side here. Okay. Please make sure your device is connected to Type-C. After inserting, please click the continue button to continue the update. Okay, so I'm going to plug a USB-C connection in there. Interesting that it doesn't go through the main connection, but yeah, that's cool. There was a couple of USB-C cables inside the box, so we'll use one of the supplied cables. I'll plug that in, and then we'll run through this update process. So plug her in like so. I'm gonna just lay it down on the ground beside me over here, just outside of view, and plug this guy into another one of my USB 3 ports on the motherboard. That is in. Just give it a moment just to detect and pop up and everything. Yep, there we go. Pimax Crystal detected on Windows. You guys can't see that, but it's down in the corner. All right, I'm guessing that should be all good now. So we're going to click on confirm and continue. All right, now last time I flashed a Pimax headset, it all went pear-shaped, and yeah, it was an absolute nightmare to recover. So fingers crossed. I don't normally get anxious doing firmware updates on gear anymore, although I did have a major failure with my DD2 just recently and had to go through about 3 hours of troubleshooting to get that unbricked, but we did manage it. But anyway, let's sit tight here, see what this does. So file's finished downloading now. We're gonna hit continue, and hopefully, just gonna let it sit. Not seeing any lights or anything on the headset. I can't lift the headset up because it's plugged into a relatively short cable, but no lights or anything showing up on the headset, so it's just going to run through here, I think. Okay, so it says update success. So looks like we're all good. It's detected in Windows and everything too, so we're going to hit confirm. So far we haven't had a problem. I'm going to just wait to unplug that USB-C connection until I see everything fully connected. Looks like we're good. Oh, now it's asking, is this another firmware update or is it the same one? This is, I think, maybe another one. Oh, well, we're just going to follow through. Whatever happens, happens. We're just going to follow this through. So click OK. We've got the cable plugged in. That is all good. Click OK and continue. And it looks like it's going to want to download another one now. So we'll let this run through and we'll come back. All right, so it's saying update success again. So yeah, all good. That all went really smoothly. No issues whatsoever. Hopefully everything gets detected again. It's showing disconnected at the moment, but I just heard the Windows chime. So hopefully it comes back. Connecting. And all good, I think. So yeah, thus far we've had no issues whatsoever. Everything's just worked exactly the way you would hope that it would straight out of the box. We've run through, let's just check that there isn't any more firmware updates. If I click on the correct button, there we go. So general again, not highlighted. Yeah, looks like it's detecting it as the latest version. So let's go back to the quick start guide now, follow the next steps to get those hand controllers connected. Okay, so we are through the process of connecting to PC. We've already done all the firmware updates. We've not, it's interesting that they word this slide, what is your connection error code? So it's almost like they're expecting there to be an error code, but in our case there wasn't, so that is good. We can skip past that guy. Connecting to the PC, we've already done all of that. Battery replacement as well, we've already discussed that briefly. We've already put it into PC and all-in-one mode. Don't need to worry about replacing earphones because they're already plugged in. How to connect and turn on the headset. So we've followed through all of these steps already. We heard the sound, everything was all good. So yeah, all this stuff has happened exactly the way they said it would. That is all fine. Let's keep going. It's just a function list, so that's not really relevant for what we're doing right now. An explanation of some of the settings, which we're probably not going to go into. We've already covered all of this stuff in the original video. We will do a little bit of experimenting and obviously make sure that all the sims and everything run properly, but don't need to go through and do all of this now. Auto IPD and eye tracking adjustment is all there too. We'll explore with that in just a second. Some more settings there. So is there anything else we need to do in terms of initial setup? So yeah, it's just talking us through launching Pimax Play and going into the eye tracking area and then making sure that the eye chip is detected in Device Manager and whatnot. So yeah, it looks like it's from here, it should all be pretty straightforward really. This is just taking us through more dedicated settings and things like that. So let's go in quickly now. We'll see if we can get that auto IPD adjustment and eye tracking stuff working, because that was something that wasn't working in the previous headset. And then we'll jump in and see if we can get out on track and get through that entire process without a single problem. If we can achieve that, then I'm going to be really, really happy. So, yep, that's the end of the quick start guide. So we'll close that off. Let's jump back into the software. So next step, I think, will probably be to get these controllers connected. So let's click on Set Pair. Controller pairing, press the Pi button. Where is that? That is this guy here. To turn on your controller, left controller, press and hold XY button, right controller, press and hold AB button. So they're labeled AB on one hand. So that is the right hand, and then they're labeled XY on the left hand. So that's the reason for that. So let's go left controller. We'll wake it up. And I haven't even had to do anything. It's literally just popped straight up into the software. Didn't even have to pair it. So that is cool, and it's showing as fully charged, so that's all good. Right hand, push the button, and yeah, just worked. This is nothing like the experience we had last time. This is really good. Okay, so that's our hand controllers paired and ready to go. That one's probably not showing up. Well, it's still flashing because it's out of sync or something. There we go, now it's showing up properly. So we'll click on finish, and let's go into device settings now here and see if we can enable this eye tracking. So we'll go eye tracking and calibration, and might be time to pop the headset on now. So take off the hat. Please gaze at the dots on the screen. The system will identify your current points of focus. So you guys are going to have a bit of a weird view on the screen, I think, while we're doing this, because we're not really capturing it, but I'm going to put the headset on. Probably would help if I took the protective film off the lenses as well, wouldn't it? There we go, one, and where is it? There it is. Two. All right, so pop the headset on, and it's asking me for position adjustment. Okay, I've done that. What do I do now? Okay, all right, yep, so it's happy with the position on my face. You guys couldn't see on the screen there, but it just, it was very similar to the Valio Aero. It was checking that the alignment was correct on my face and that I was in the sweet spot. And now it has exited out back to the main terrain view all of its own accord. What have we got on the screen there? So eye tracking test. Please gaze at the dots on the screen. But I don't have those dots on the screen. So let's pop this back off again. I'm not sure what's happened here, but oh, software's just crashed. So we'll exit out of that, and we'll go in and give it another try. So our first glitch for the mission there. Let's click calibrate again. Let's see what we've got in the headset now. Okay, yeah, now we've got it. Now we've got it displaying in the headset. Okay, so it's saying gaze at the dots. Okay, so literally all I'm doing is I'm just looking at the dots, and that's actually really freaky. Yeah, so as I move my eyes around, it's literally, and it knows if I'm cheating as well. That's really cool. All right, so A to calibrate. Which one? Is A the top or the bottom, Tom? Bottom. Bottom? Okay, this one. Okay, that's good. Okay, so during the adjustment process, please only use your eyes to track focus position. Do not move your head. The screen will switch black and. Okay. Not sure exactly what that means, but okay. During the adjustment process, please only use your eyes to track the focus position and do not move your head. The screen will switch black and. Okay. So I guess I just have to keep my eyes fixed on the dot. Whoa. Yeah. It feels like some, whoa, okay. Bright screen now. It's trying to fry my retina. That's okay. My retinas are already fried anyway. So it's just against a white background. Okay, calibration completed. A, done. Yeah, that's definitely tracking better now. That's it did work before, but yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so B, calibration completed. Sweet, again, it went through the process absolutely fine. I can see my controllers there. So it looks like we're all, it seems that everything's just kind of worked. I mean, we literally had that one little software crash there, and that is literally the only glitch that we've had throughout the entire process of getting this up and running. Now, obviously, I can't guarantee that you guys will have exactly the same experience, but the whole point of this video was basically to try to get to this point without having any issues. So we'll quickly get up and running. I want to just quickly test out iRacing and Assetto Corsa Competizione just to make sure that they work. And then, I think for the purpose of what we were trying to achieve for this video, I think we've pretty much demonstrated the point there. I had no idea what we were going to be getting when we got into this, but let's test those out quickly and see what happens. All right, so in open VR mode, we just went with basic open VR for now because that's what I was testing previously. Obviously, my center is completely messed up. I'm having to kind of look over here to get the middle, but that's okay. We can calibrate that once we're in. So yeah, no glitching, no jittering, nothing like that. Moving from side to side and everything is working absolutely fine. So the tracking's all absolutely fine. We're running the two Steam VR base stations, exactly the same as what we ran in the previous video. Let's just quickly load up ACC as well and see how that goes. Okay, so launching ACC now in Steam VR mode. And again, it's loaded in. I'm not getting, remember previously I was getting this horrible glitching in the menu system, but no, that's all absolutely fine. I'm just gonna jump out on track quickly here too. So I just wanna see that everything tracks correctly here and that we're not getting any of that jittering. So let's go start race. Yep, absolutely perfectly smooth. Obviously we've got to calibrate our near field, our near clip plane and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it works. So there you go, guys. I mean, compare that to the experience that we had in the initial video. And I mean, look, I was being completely honest in that video and this one. That was the experience that I had back when I tested it originally. It was an absolute nightmare to get up and running. And I have been testing some of the beta software that they've been sending me. But I mean, I don't know whether it's the replacement headset. I don't know whether it's the improvements that they made in the software. Obviously, there's a lot of variables there. But yeah, I mean, all I can tell you is that they sent us a brand new headset, brand new cables, everything, new software, fresh installation on a brand new PC. And yeah, everything has just worked straight out of the box. So hopefully that gives you a good understanding of where things are at right now. Obviously, I can't speak for everybody. Let us know down in the comments if you own one of these headsets, what's your experience been like. But yeah, I just want to, again, make it absolutely clear that, Pimax did ask us to revisit this. They certainly didn't incentivize us to, turn around and say that everything was good when really it was bad or anything like that. I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to say we're being paid to, go against what we said in the earlier video. But I mean, that's why I tried to keep this video as raw as I possibly could so you guys could see for yourselves the process. And yeah, happy to say that all of those issues that we had previously, at least in this particular usage case, seem to have been all good. So I'm going to put some usage into this headset over the next couple of weeks and months. And yeah, we'll let you guys know in the comments on this video if we do run into any issues. But so far, at least, so good. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully the video has helped you out. If it has, please do leave a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll see you again very soon. Bye.